Bryon Powell of iRunFar here with Ellie Greenwood at the finish of the North Face 50 mile. How are you today, Ellie?
Not too bad, yeah. Had a good fun day out on the trails. So.
Seems like a fun day if you're the competitive type who likes some good racing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was amazing to I didn't know I was going to do this race until about a month ago, and then you see more and more names signed up, and it was too tempting, right, to come and be part of it, right, with so many good runners. So
yeah. How did your day play out? I mean, you were up at the front all day, whether Lizzie was ahead or somebody else was ahead, or Anna was ahead. You were there.
Like when it was dark, I was. I think I was going a little slower, and Lizzie and Anna definitely went out ahead, and then I was with Cami for a while, and I honestly came into this race like I could have a great race or I could like have a so-so race. Like I was a bit unsure of like how ready I was for it. So early on I was like, nah. But then coming up on the switchbacks, that's when I saw Anna up ahead, so I was like, oh well, I'm actually closer than I thought, and I didn't realize at that point I was in third until someone had said. And then it was at the turnaround that I think Lizzie was still in the lead, Anna was second, but I think the three of us were probably within less than 2 minutes of each other. So it was.
And you can see it at that point. You know?
Oh yeah, you can see, which was, I mean, it was, firstly it was fun to see like all the lead men come through, like in a still pack, right? Like halfway practically into the race. So that was fun to see. And then you see, okay, exactly how far, and also seeing who's behind you, right?
Oh yeah.
Which is kind of helpful, right? Because you don't often get that in these kind of races.
So at that point, with that view behind you, you knew it was a three-woman race. It was going that direction at least.
I think Joelle was in fourth at that point.
But a good bit back.
But enough back that, and I was still feeling kind of reasonable at that point, that I thought, definitely I was closer to Lizzie and Anna than people were behind me. So that was kind of, we were in the three.
Yeah. And after that,
it wasn't too much after that I went past Lizzie, which, to be honest, I was like, my goodness, the amount of miles she's done. I give her credit for, coming up for probably a short race for her these days. So I passed her, and then I was still, I think, close to Anna for a while there. And then, like my hamstrings, my glutes, my SI, like the whole, which I had come into this race kind of knowing that I was likely to hurt quite a lot because I've had some issues flare up and been seeing the physio and stuff. And it was definitely, good enough. And I was just glad I could still run, but definitely my legs were feeling like really, really beat up. I was starting to lose on Anna a bit, and, I hoped that maybe, I could not lose too much on the uphills and maybe catch her on the downhills, but it just got bigger and bigger. And,
No low points on the day? I mean, obviously you get tired, but
not really bad. No. I mean, I've never run on these trails, so it was really great to, I mean, they're just such beautiful trails, right? And such beautiful views. And then when I think maybe it could have got low, then you're in with the 50k field. And that was really nice, right? Like psychologically, like I didn't find like everyone's great at getting out of the way. So you were passing people even if they weren't in race, the same race. And it's just nice to have sort of more people out on out on the trails, as it were. Like the last 20k was just survival pretty much. And I would have liked to have, like, now I really know how runnable a lot of these trails are, and I would have liked to have maybe run more, but it was just like hike or run sections as much as you can. So.
Did you have much of a chance to prepare specifically for this race?
Well, the trouble was, because I've not like really run on these trails, you can look at profiles and everything, but until you really even like come out and maybe run 5k of it and get an idea. I was trying to do stuff, but it started snowing in Banff, which makes it harder, and like it's obviously darker and everything, so it's harder to get on the trails and stuff. I prepared as best as I could. Definitely now having been here, I'd have a bit more of an idea of really what specific training to do. So.
You did have one specific bit of injury on the course today.
I did, yes,
one of your toes is black and blue, well past the base of the toe.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
That was just after the turnaround, and I was on a little downhill, and I mean not a particularly difficult bit of trail as these things usually happen on, right? Like a nice easy bit, and I just slammed my toe straight into a rock. And I'm actually surprised it's only one toe rather than, it felt like it was about 3, but I kind of, I was like, just breathe, carry on running, and I ran on it fine. It wasn't overly painful. Also, we'll see what it's like. I can imagine the next few days of running might be interesting. So,
we might have to get a shot of that at the end of this. So are you going to take any downtime, or?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I will be perfectly honest, I wasn't going to do this race. The real reason, one of the reasons I did it, I went to the North Face race in Chile, and that was middle of October, and I went just go and have fun, and I had so much fun that I was like, I want to do another race. So this one wasn't really planned. My work is pretty busy now, so I'll have a bit of time off probably for the rest of this month for sure, do more work, enjoy Christmas, that kind of thing. And I'm thinking Chuckanut's going to be my first race next year.
It's going to be another great competitive field at Chuckanut.
Yeah, I mean, and it's, I guess this is the finale of the year, and to me Chuckanut seems like sort of the start of the year.
It's become that for sure.
Yeah. Like it's nice for me because it's a time when it's still snowy in Banff and you get to run on snow-free trails, and everyone's out there, so it's a good get together and kick off the season, and 50k is a nice way to start the year, right? So,
You've run a variety of races. Anything else in your, just really is jumping out in your schedule for next year? You're going to go back to States, or?
I'm going to go back to Western States. I didn't even have to think about that. I'll be
okay.
honest. Yeah.
A lot of the other people are thinking about it. There's the Hard Rock. There's UTMB.
No, Hard Rock is. I'm fully aware that I would have to seriously train for. I mean, everyone has to, but it's not my most natural kind of what I tend to run. And obviously I love Western States, and I mean you've got the chance if you come top 10 to go back, so it's kind of silly not to. And then I'd say Hard Rock's too challenging, but I think I'll try UTMB as well.
On Western States, I got to ask it. You've run the fastest non-ant racing time, if I remember correctly. Is that in the back of your mind, going to run with some of her faster times?
Well, I guess I ran the second fastest time, so she's ran 17:37, which I didn't actually. I thought she'd run a couple of times under 18 hours. I know. Well, people have said that the course last year with the snow route was faster. I'm fully aware it was a very mild weather day, like not hot. So, I'm not saying I'm not going to go for it, but I know it's an amazing record. It's not, it's ant racing, but also it's stood for just a long time. So you never know. And it was my first 100 miler. So I feel, and I didn't have a great race, I had a great finish. But apart from the bear, but I feel there's sort of room for improvement. Like there's things that didn't work out, and I went slower in a lot of sections. So it's kind of like, it's not like, I had a perfect race, so how am I going to improve? So hopefully I could improve, and you just never know.
Well, not to take away from today, congratulations on a solid run and a great season.
Thank you so much, Ryan.
Take care.